Good morning, God bless you. I hope that you're having a great day. Now, are you ready for some controversy? I always like a bit of controversy. I always like to be challenged. I like my thoughts to be challenged, particularly by the Word of God. So I want to speak today about the world. Now, when we talk about the world in biblical terms, what do we mean? Well, if you've got your eyes open, have a look around you. Everything you see about you is of the world, it's called. Now, the world we like to think is under God's control, all things under God's hands. I hate to tell you this, but there is a God of this world, and it's the devil. The devil has been given rule over the earth until Jesus returns to reconcile all things to God and to cast the devil into hell, into the fiery lake for all time. Now, what we know though is that the people in this world who are not saved, they are called the children of the devil. So if we talk about the world, we talk about its systems, its culture, its beliefs. We like to think those are run by governments. But how are governments steered? Well, certainly, if you look at our own government, they're steered by MPs. And MPs, they represent the opinions of the people. So you're starting to get a picture here. Now, Jesus turned around to his disciples because Jesus was popular at the start of his ministry, incredibly popular. He feeds the people, he heals the sick, he does all this stuff. And then people start to listen to what he's saying. Because as Jesus is preaching and telling people the truth, they start to be convicted of what's going on. They start to be convicted of their sin and their desire to change. And they won't change. So what's the easiest thing to do? Let's get rid of the person that's speaking this message. So Jesus turns around to his disciples in John 15 and verse 18. And he says, if the world hates you, know that it hated me before it hated you. If you were of the world would love you as its own. But because you are not of the world, but I chose you out of the world, remember therefore the world hates you. Remember the word that I said to you. A servant is not greater than his master. If they persecuted me, they will also persecute you. If they kept my word, they will also keep yours. Jesus says, don't be surprised when the world hates you, because Jesus' message, the message of the gospel, is against the message of the world. Now, people sometimes just want to fit in. We don't want to be hated. Nobody likes to be hated. But Jesus says, don't be surprised when the world hates you, because you are not children of the devil. Now you are children of God, of a different kingdom, ambassadors for Christ in the world. You are in the world, but not of the world. But in an effort sometimes to fit in an effort not to offend and not to upset, we try to love the world, shall we say. We try to fit in with those things. People even try to change the world. You know, I see lots of social activity amongst Christians, and I have to say to you that my view on this is that actually we can't save the world. Only Jesus can save the world. Only Jesus can change the world. We can help people be saved. But if we're not careful through our activities, we are literally just polishing the decks on the Titanic, because this world will be destroyed. This world will be reconciled to God. And the only important thing at that time is, do those people know Jesus for themselves or not? In 1 John 2 and verse 15, John says, do not love the world or the things in the world. If anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh, the desires of the eyes, and the pride of life is not from the Father, but is from the world. And the world is passing away along with its desires, but whoever does the will of God abides forever. I want to encourage you today, pray. Pray, read these verses again, John 15, 1 John 2. Have a look. Don't and consider, am I chasing after the world? Am I looking to please the world, to be friends with the world? And do I love the things of the world? Or do I love the things of God? Am I hated by the world? I'm not looking for you to be hated, by the way. But if you are hated, persecuted by the world, then please do not worry, because Jesus was hated and persecuted by the world. But as Jesus said, he overcame the world. So God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Tonight we won't have our Bible study this week, and the reason being is I've got to work quite late tonight. But we will reconvene our Bible study next week. So if you want to know what that's about, it will be on the book of 1 John. So if you want to get ahead, you can have a read of the book of 1 John, and we'll pick up there next week. God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful day.